angel practice session. So let's make a wish. So everybody, if it is safe for you to close your eyes, you can do that. Otherwise, keep your eyes open and connect with your angels and guides and the divine beings willing to contribute to you. And let us ask for these beings for us to release all that energy of boredom. You know, everywhere we go to, everywhere we confuse calm and nothingness and space as boring, and then we try to fill it up with the substances. What will it take for all of that to release? And what will it take for us to be happy and okay with the space? Wow. How wonderful would that be? And that was literally the awareness I received after today's morning session, after today's daily angel practice. I went for a walk, and while I was in the park, I was actually, kind of remembering the messages I received in the morning in the daily angel practice session. And today's session literally was about literally angels making us release everywhere we have decided what boredom is and what boredom is not. Everywhere we go to, are bore ho rahe hai to khana kha lete hain, bore ho rahe hai to, people who smoke cigarette, sometimes a lot of time they smoke cigarette because they go like, kuch nahi hai karne ko to chalo ek sutta mara आते हैं, कुछ नहीं है करने को तो चलो एक पैग लगा लेते हैं. So how much do we, and then I am actually recently realizing that I had food addiction. Now it may not like food, I love food and I am a foodie, yet it can go up to addiction if you don't have a control over it. And it wasn't that I was going overboard, but I'm just beginning to realize that I can be more present with my body, especially when it comes to food. And food is for the body, so it should only be given to the body as much as the body wants to have it, not as much as my mind or myself wants to have it. And I'm actually realizing sometimes it's only because कुछ कुछ और नहीं है करने को तो कुछ अच्छा बना लेते हैं, चलो अब बना ही लिया तो चलो खा लेते हैं, things like that. So how much yeah, Archana is like, what an interesting theme of meditation. So how much does boredom leads to a substance abuse, where yeah, a lot of time people uh, be in a company of people they don't really want to be because they don't want to get bored. I know a lot of people who are into abusive relationship, and they don't come out of that relationship because they don't want to be alone. Wow, that was really a great awareness for us to have in the morning. Roma is like, I have food addiction to use it to hide myself. Yeah, so yeah, how many of you are realizing that this is something which was really amazing, out of the box, that I totally received in the morning in daily angel practice, and I was like, wow, this is really something. So yeah, everywhere we are. And what happens, like, if you are just sitting in by yourself and there is nothing else to do, what do? You try to fill it up with what? You try to fill it up with mobile phone. You go like, okay, let me go on Instagram, let me watch the reels, let me do YouTube, let me, you just fill it up with information. You just fill it up with food. You just fill it up with, I don't know, cigarette, alcohol, drugs, people who are worse than cigarette, alcohol, and drugs sometimes. you know so what if you do not have to fill it up with anything? What if you can just be happy and chill about yourself, by yourself, with yourself, and go like, yeah. And what are the other things you can do when you're by yourself? You can use that time to create something new. You can use that time to relax. You can use that time to bring in your awareness to your breathing and meditate. And so much more can be done, isn't it? So, yeah, how many of you are realizing that this was really something, like how many of you are realizing that you fill your boredom up with something? Just write me in the chat box, and here people on YouTube and Insta, just write me in the comments if you think that you had been doing it. Yeah. Yes. Awesome. Same day, only one wish. Yes. Me. Lots of me's coming in the chat box. I can see that. And yeah, I would love to hear what is it that you are realizing you fill your boredom with? What are you filling up your space with? And what if you do not have to fill your space up with something? You can just be space because that is who you are, an infinite being. And as an infinite being, you are just space. So why resist experiencing who you are? Why resist experiencing the space that you are? Isn't that amazing? So what is it that you are filling up your? I totally realized that I was filling up my space with food. You know, there are so many times where I do not need to eat food, but we do because it's time, or maybe it's really cooked so well, or someone has brought it with love or prepared it with love, so we have to eat it or we think we should eat it. And then sometimes we fill up our space with all these social media platforms like Instagram Reels, as Avni said it. Sudha says, be with yourself. That's wonderful. So, yeah, quickly let me know in the comments below, everybody over here and everybody over here, what is it that you are filling up your space with? Is it food? Is it drugs? Is it alcohol? Is it smoke, cigarette? Is it what is it? Is it people? Sometimes, yeah, we got like, अरे बोर हो रहे हैं, वो वाली बंदी पसंद तो नहीं है, पर भी फिर भी उसी को ही फोन कर लेते हैं, या पता है कि सो एंड सो पर्सन को कॉल करेंगे तो वो सुनाएंगे, बोलेंगे, whatever, but we still do that, like whatever. So what is it that you are doing? Instagram. Okay, I too have the addiction, but now I am aware it's also boring. I believe we should enjoy everything in balance. Exactly. I am filling up my space with you and your courses. That's a good one to have, actually. Food, I can see that. Yes. Tejal says, I'm filling up my space with you and your courses. That's a good addiction to have. I hope so. Yeah. And yeah, just be says food. Superb. So, guys, I think that was such a phenomenal awareness to have. And now, when we have asked the angels to contribute to us to not do that, every time they catch us going into that direction where we are trying to fill it up with food, they go like, give us a whack on the back of the head and go like, hello, you're doing it again. There you go again. You're trying to fill it up. And also, there's something I would like to talk about. I think a lot of time people try to fill up the space because they don't want to be present. And this is something really deep, and this is where journaling really help, because many times people, uh, when they give up being themselves and they try to fit into other people's reality, the more you are not being yourself and the more you are trying to fit into other people's reality, the more suffocating it becomes. And uh, and the more present they are in their life, the more difficult it would be if they are not being themselves. So it is easier to escape as a being and not be present. And these substance abuses, as they are called, help the person to escape because they make the person check out. The person is not present with the body, with the breath, in the life, when the person is doing anything into overindulgence, or specifically these things that stops the person from being present. Now, when you start when you start being present with your life and you start living your life the way you would want your life to be, you would actually see that all of such substance abuses will actually just fade away. Then it would not be about uh, you cannot do without drinking or smoking or eating, or like it actually goes crazy when you are eating beside knowing you shouldn't be eating, or you're drinking beside knowing you shouldn't be drinking, and that goes with, or you're being with a person without knowing that, with like beside, I would not say without, it's beside. So it actually goes crazy, and it is abuse to yourself, and you're self sabotaging when you are doing anything beside knowing that you shouldn't be doing it. So it's almost like a voice in you, like your inner voice is telling you that you should not drink anymore, but you still drink. That's when you are going against yourself. That's when you are sabotaging yourself. Or you've already had a cigarette and then there's nothing else to do. So your mind goes into, let's go and have another puff. And your inner voice is telling you that you're done with the day and you shouldn't be smoking or whatever, but you still go ahead and do it. That's when you're going against yourself. That's when you're self sabotaging. Or you are in a relationship, beside that's inner voice telling you that, hey, this person is abusive, this person doesn't respect you, this person doesn't give you time that you deserve, or the way they treat you is not worth it, and you still do it. That is you going against yourself. That is you not standing for yourself. And that is something that you got to really be really watchful for, and not let anybody take you for granted, not let yourself take you for granted. Once again, we have to come back to selfish, remember? So love yourself so much that you do not let anything or anyone take over you, not even boredom. Okay, you do not have to fill your space with things that are not contributing to you, just because otherwise you think you're going to get bored. No, you won't get bored. You will create something in your life. Like, there's so much to create in life these days. Yeah, you can maybe create courses the way I do. You can so much to create, literally. You can make paintings, you can a lot. When you start looking into that direction, you will start getting those ideas about the things that you can create. Yeah, you can create candles, homemade soaps. There is so much, and then you can probably even start selling it and making money from it. So life is fun, actually. You just got to be I think a lot of us in the world today has to be really authentic with our own self. I think we were all told you should not tell the lie, which is not the full truth we were told. We should all have been told that you should not tell the lie to yourself. You should. So, a lot of us, what we do is we are truthful to everybody else and we lie to ourselves. We got to turn it around. It's okay if you lie to others. I don't mind. I don't judge you on it, as far as you don't lie to yourself, as far as you're honest with yourself and you go like, okay, this doesn't work for me and I stand for myself. Okay, this is what I really like, and I stand for that. Yeah. So be in love with yourself, stand for yourself, know that you're valuable, and don't try to fill your space up with something that is not contributing to you. Okay. Have a phenomenal day ahead. Have an amazing day. I love you. And I'm going to see you guys on Monday now. Yeah. It's Friday today. So have an amazing weekend. And I'm just going to remind you guys once again, guys, 8 o'clock today evening, 8 p.m., I have a diamond showcase. It's going to be phenomenal. I'm going to be actually sharing with you some of the things to have a fulfilling and phenomenal life, like how does the wheel of life, how to make your wheel of life actually operational. And I would love to see you guys there. I will make sure there's an interest form in the bio on Insta and the description box there. uh, in the interest form, fill in that you would like to be part of Diamond Showcase, and my team will send you the link. It's on invite only. So far, it was only for my Angels on Earth community. Yet, you guys who are attending, who are here with me every day, you are also part of my community. So I am definitely opening it up for you guys as well. There is a lot of amazing things I will be sharing with you in the Diamond Showcase today. Okay, so come over. Even if you attended the previous one, which was a day before, there are going to be some additional things. Okay, so don't miss this one. All right, so I'll see you guys there in the evening. Bye bye. And yes, thank you so much, everybody over here. I'll see you guys in the evening. Bye bye.